Sokolov said. He nodded at a window. Just look at it. All the space is taken up. But the water is a different story. It's crowded, yes, but it's the only option we've got if we need to... To what, Sokolov? To fall back, improvise, move creatively. There was now a silence of perhaps 30 seconds, as Ivanov marshaled every resource of energy and strength at his disposal to control his rage. Sokolov wasn't the least bit worried about what would happen when Ivanov lost that struggle and blew his stack. He was much more worried about what was going on in the boss's circulatory system in the meantime, for during all their comings and goings today, he nodded soberly. Updates. Zula tried to ignore the way he'd phrased this. He knows about the possible Manila connection? Not yet. And that, as she kept having to remind herself, was the only thing that mattered. Not catching the troll, but making Ivanov believe that they were making progress toward in those files and Googled them. You wanted to see if anyone else had gone down the same path before you, Zula said, and posted their results. Exactly. And what I found was a little unexpected. I found a security discussion group where someone had indeed posted some decompiled code that matched what I got. But it wasn't from ReamD. It was another older virus called... That's it. Then they walked home along the waterfront, giving Sokolov a chance to see how the ferry lines operated, and Shomgor a chance to war drive some of the Wi-Fi hotspots in the terminal's various waiting rooms and snack bars. When Colonel Sanders hove into view, Sokolov called ahead to warn his squad that they were coming, and when they reached the office building, the steel door was already open for them. Or to depart from a building when stairwells were filled with products of combustion or men with guns who wanted to kill him. Some ropes might come in handy. But really, when wasn't that the case? Street widths ranged from 1 meter, pedestrians only, to perhaps 8 meters, all traffic. Wiring was external and informal in the extreme. Some of the bundles strung across streets were as thick as his torso, and it was obvious that they had begun as one individual wire that had accreted more wires over time. Okay, Zula said. 100. She was looking at him. So was the shopkeeper. Sokolov pulled a C-note equivalent 10 stack from his pocket, peeled off a bill, and handed it over. The man purse was his. The audience began to disperse. Show was over. Back in the taxi, Sokolov said, "Same procedure. Buy some other stuff." "What would you like to buy?" "Does not matter." "Tea? There seem to be a lot of people selling tea." "Tea then." "Teapot to make it in?" "Yes." "I need to hit a drugstore." "Because I'm a girl?" "Fine. Hit drugstore. Repeat procedure." spots in the terminal's various waiting rooms and snack bars. When Colonel Sanders hove into view, Sokolov called ahead to warn his squad that they were coming, and when they reached the office building, the steel door was already open for them. "Home sweet home," Zula said. Home sweet home looked a bit different. Some chairs, injection molded, bright pink, had been brought up. Peter was ensconced behind a brand new computer, still reeking with the ammoniacal smell of new electronics. To all appearances, this was connected to the internet. "I worked out a deal with Ivanov," he explained, after Zula had taken another stand-up sponge bath and grabbed a slice of pizza, for there was a Pizza Hut somewhere within delivery range. "He's got a sysadmin back in Moscow that he trusts. This machine is connected over a VPN to that guy's system in Moscow, so he can monitor my use of the internet and make sure I'm not sending out any distress calls." Zula was divided between thinking this was a clever solution and finding it weird that Peter would put up with it. And indeed, the look on his face was not proud. But he had an explanation ready. "We are totally handcuffed if we don't have access to internet," he pointed out. "We can't even use Google Maps. I've been able to make a lot of progress this way." "Such as?" "Well, for one thing, I downloaded a copy of the REAMD executable that someone posted on the security blog," he said, "and I decompiled it." "How'd that work for you?" she asked. Peter was proud, almost desperately so, of what he'd done, and she felt obligated to let him speak of it. "Well, I was afraid they might have used obfuscated code," he said, "but they didn't." "Meaning?"